showers heading into Wednesday of next week. Now back to you guys.
You know, there's nothing like ballet. There is so graceful, it's wonderful. And the great thing is in Rochester, we have a wonderful, rich history of appreciating ballet and the arts. And we are really honored right now to introduce to you, Rochester, the new director of the Rochester City Ballet, Mr. David Palmer. Welcome to Rochester.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you all.
It's great to have you here.
Yes, it's nice to be here.
And as soon as you begin talking, we realize maybe you're not from around here.
Yeah, there's a little bit left over. You know, it's hard to take childhood out of you completely. And some people might say I haven't really completely grown up yet, but you know, that's part of the excitement of life moving forward.
Yeah, you started out in Australia.
Yes, dance has taken you all over, but starting was in Australia.
Yes, I started with the Australian Ballet many years ago, and since then, in 1983, I bought a ticket to London via New York. I just didn't make it to London on that trip.
Wow.
Really?
And 3 weeks in New York, and Robert Joffrey at the time had offered me a position with the company, and that was the end of that.
Wow.
You know, so
Oh my
that
gosh.
began a new phase in life. Let's put it that way.
That's
Most recently, Washington, correct?
Yes, most recently Washington. For the past almost 8 years, I've been the Associate Artistic Director of the Washington Ballet, and so I spent a lot of time at the Kennedy Center, and a wonderful dynamic city, but this was a wonderful opportunity for me and my family. I have a young family. I have a daughter who's 4.5, and another at 2, and just Rochester just kept coming up as such a wonderful place for children, and so I'm
That's
excited
great.
about that.
I was going to ask you, what was it that drew you to our city, but it also had to be the history of the Rochester City Ballet and the fact that it was an established ballet company. What was your, I guess, your introduction to Rochester City Ballet?
Well, that's a story unto itself. My wife is an alumni of American Ballet Theatre,
Yes.
and in May, exactly May 27th, was the 75th anniversary reunion of ABT, and we were both in New York. I have a lot of friends from my years in Joffrey in New York, and the crossover. So it was just one short night, so we basically reserved half of our favorite restaurant for brunch in New York City, and just put it out there, and over a 4-hour brunch and over Facebook of people kind of roaming in. Beth Bartholomew, the current ballet master with Rochester City Ballet, showed up and said, you know what, we're looking for a new director.
Oh, wow.
So life, in a way, provides providence sometimes. And just as I started looking into the circumstances and everything, and as you mentioned, where the point that Rochester City Ballet is right now, it just seemed to fit with my life and what I felt I could do.
It's funny how things work out. So what do you want to dive into as you take on this new role?
I really want to dive into the next phase and begin a new era with the company. Any established major organization in this nation began somewhere and had a founder, and that founder took it to a certain place, and then another generation took it to another place. I mean, you can't go from A to Z. You got to go through B, C, D, E, F. And, you know, we might be at around about F or G right now, but I think it's exciting, and the energy I can feel and the vibe in the city, it just speaks to me as a wonderful opportunity to really build on that. And as you mentioned, the cultural history of Rochester and what I feel that I can bring, and also my colleagues can bring to the next phase and a new era.
We're running out of time, but we're still going to have Nutcracker this holiday season,
absolutely.
aren't we? Okay.
Absolutely.
Nutcracker.
There are some things that you really have to maintain, and traditions that are just really, really important.
You start November 1st.
Start November 1st.
Okay.
And actually we have a meet and greet tomorrow night, Saturday the 24th of October.
Okay.
At 1326 University Avenue.
Great.
7 p.m. Please come along and we'd
Say
love
hello.
to say hello.
Well, David, we're glad you're here, and we wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
All right, coming up next, we're going to check back in with Hannah. Friday Morning Lights, Newark, when we come back.
That's a great idea.